Hi, I'm Aiman, and today we're going to be unboxing my new Ender 3 3D printer. First off, this is the 3D box. As you can see, pretty standard for a box. Actually ordered this from Amazon. Didn't come in an Amazon box, it came in this type of box. And was packaged pretty nicely, although the delivery did leave some marks. So, a bit of the issue with the delivery there, but hopefully it won't be reflected on the actual product. When we lift this phone back, then we see what's inside. You turn it around here, and this is what you're getting from the box. So now let me take off all the stuff. Looks like this is the console. Okay, right here is the power supply, the instruction manual. Then we got the aluminum frames. We have the extruder. And most importantly, we have the main components right here, which comes assembled in one giant assembly. Okay, so I have a feeling that since I'm a beginner, a bit. Nice packing. I like that foam. That's really awesome. We have the filament spool holder, and we have the plug. This is where the lead screw goes in. We have some more of the frames, and we have the lead screw. I didn't expect it to come packaged in here. It looks like the lead screw is greasy, of course. Okay. Up here for now. Okay, next we have this pulley assembly. A few components and some test filament. Oh wow. The zip ties, the screws, all the various smaller components. And finally, a scraper. Wow. I like how they packaged the scraper. It just has the blade inside of a Ziploc. That's really interesting. Okay. Okay, it doesn't look like there's anything else in here. So now let's lay this out. Okay, so these are the parts. Very interesting. And of course, the first thing I want to do is I want to start out with reading the instruction manual. Alright, so we get the invitation to be the next customer of Creality Cloud. It's an app. Thanks for your order. And then we have the instructions for assembly. Let me unpackage these parts. Let's see, actually, first off, let me make sure I have everything that I need. So, number one, let me put this in order. Number one, I need the console. Number two, I need the base. The base already has all the electronics attached to it. So I'm very interested in what I should be looking for. Number three, I have the power supply. Number four, I have the pulley assembly. I'm not sure what it's called. I watched a video on this beforehand, but I didn't remember exactly. Oh, is it this one? All right, this is number 4. Okay, so that means that, so this is number 4, and this is number 5. This is part number 6. I do apologize if I'm mishandling on these parts. If anyone has any recommendations for a beginner on how to start 3D printing, and feel free to put them down in the comment section down below. And it would really help me out with getting started with this. So then we have the miscellaneous tiny parts. First we have these frames right here. We have to put the test filament here. This looks like a micro SD and a micro SD card holder. These look like interesting fasteners. I don't know what they are yet. We'll see what they are. Some more electronics. All right, we got zip ties. We got a belt. We got some end caps for the frames. We got our tools. We got a screwdriver, an Allen wrench or a hex wrench, a regular wrench. Then we got some screws, some more screws, and some more screws. All right, and they're all labeled with their things: M5, 45, M4. All right, awesome. Some nuts. And what is this? Oh. And then we got some snippers, some cutters. All right, nice. Nice. Okay, so let's assemble our 3D printer. Nice. So we need some M5 45s. That's an M5 25. That one's not labeled that well. Yeah, some of these just aren't labeled. Okay. So M5 45. Let me take these out of their packaging. Okay. so it looks like we're starting out with the base right here. And on the bottom, we're going to put M545 screws. We have we need 4 of them, but we have 5 of them. So either they put an extra, or we're going to use it later. I've heard that assembly is somewhat easy, but definitely time consuming. So we'll see how it is for a beginner like me. So this is facing the front for me right now. Let's see what the difference between 15 and 16 are. So it looks like part 16 has 2 holes in it, while horizontal holes, and while part 15 has 2 lengthwise holes. So it seems like we're going to have to put this in a specific way. Part 15 goes on the right side. It goes on the bottom. So let's put our screws in. Goes on like that. Okay. Of course, I'm not an expert at this. This video is sort of to show my struggle with trying out 3D printer for the first time. I know I have to definitely be careful because 3D printers require a lot of precise movement. So if I make any mistakes here, they might reflect poorly on the actual printing. Okay. And then we can take our Allen wrench and tighten it. Okay, so the videos I checked out told me not to over tighten, so hopefully I did it right, because I don't think I over tightened anything. Okay. Of course I'm nervous about this because this is a very expensive printer. And I paid for it, so this is my money on the line, not my parents'. If it was my parents', it would be even more pressure, but for me, this is sort of like trying to pursue a hobby. Is that okay? I have a feeling that might not be good for when I'm trying to put it in, because maybe it might cause one side to shift towards the middle. Well, okay, so I got those 4 screws in, those 4 nuts. Can't believe it. Awesome. No, those are screws. Next step is getting a headband because my hair is getting in the way. The next step is to insert the power supply. Okay, so first thing I need to do is make sure that it's facing the right way. I think you guys are going to be seeing the back side of it, so when I do the console, I'm going to turn it around. Okay. So the power supply has two holes in the back of it that go into these two holes right here, attached by M420 holes, screws. These are the M420. They don't have a label on them, but they do have text stamped on them. So I mean, they do have a label. They just don't have it on paper or a sticker. So now we're going to insert these. These are the M420s, right? Yes, M420s. And I'm going to mount it onto the back, like so. Okay, so now we're going to tighten that. Interesting, that's the wrong Allen wrench. And my headband came off. Let's go. So it looks like I use this Allen wrench, I'm guessing. Okay, it looks like I am right. Let's go. Okay, not too tight because this is just holding up the power supply. You don't want to damage it. Next step is to secure the console with M5/8 screws. These ones right here. These ones actually do have a label on them. So for the console, this is what it looks like. And in order to secure it, we have to secure it to the front panel right here. That's very interesting. So it goes on like this. God, I'm nervous. I remember seeing some reviews saying it was easy to assemble, some reviews saying it was hard for like a noob like me to assemble, and some of them just like completely lost, so I'm scared. But I'm not gonna let that stop me. Okay, so there we go, we have the console attached. The next step is to go onto the right side. Alright, so we need to attach this one. I'm going to move these all to the side. Next step is to take this L-shaped piece and insert it using the screws on the right side. Okay. So they have nuts at the bottom that are supposed to go in vertically to go through the ridge. And then after that, you're supposed to turn these so that it locks in place. I'm guessing. I might be wrong. Oh, because after you put it in, what's going to happen is you're going to lock it in place. And then it's all going to be fine and dandy. I am scared now because this right here feels very tight. And I'm guessing it's not supposed to be tight. So, I'm gonna try to loosen it. Oh, and then you tighten it. Hold on. Oh, that makes so much sense. You just untighten it, then you put them in, and then when you tighten them, I mean, I know for sure that it has to be flush. Now on the other side, in the back, we're going to put the lead screw and the assembly in. So the lead screw goes in this thing right here, and it uses an M4X18P. Got the M4X18P, we got 2 of them. Nice. And take the lead screw. Get secured into this. And then it gets secured here. Interesting. The tricky thing is, it says that there's only one. It doesn't say how many pieces of the M4X18 I use, but according to the diagram, it's 2. I mean, it's completely alright because assembly is somewhat intuitive. So this uses an Allen wrench here. So it looks like I was able to get them in. It looks like my lead screw is standing straight up. I heard that you don't have to make sure that it's straight up. Or that might be something else, the lead screw. I don't remember quite. But we'll see. Right now, it's not very secure, so I have to make sure I fix that. Apparently, we're already a third of the way through. So number 18, between these two, so number 18 has to be the one that doesn't have these 2 holes on each side lengthwise. It has to be this one. Wait. It has to be the one that has 6 holes lengthwise, because this one only has 4. And the one in the instruction has 6. And the one that has the farther distance, or the farther gap, then this side is the one that goes on the left. So we take this mount, and what? How's it go? Oh, okay, like this. Okay. And is it like that? Then we need some M416s. We need 2 of them. And what do you do with the M416s? So you put them there. So what's the point of putting those screws there? Is it? Oh, is it like that? Oh, I'm... Of course. So it's like that. Is what I'm hearing. Is what I'm seeing. Is what I'm getting. And then it goes here. But... Oh! It goes in this hole right here. This one that has the counter bearing for it. The counter bore. Okay. So if we put, we're gonna put the screw in there. And then in order to secure it, there's gonna be holes for it. Okay. This is very interesting. There we go. Okay. So now what do you do? Oh, yikes. Now you take one of those those brass things with a gasket on it. And what do you do with that? You put it onto the end of the, is that the nozzle? That's the nozzle, right? So you put it onto this end right here. Alright, so I have the extruder right here. And I think this is going to be the receiver for the feed for the filament. It's gonna push it out. And then there's like, I believe a tube is inserted into here. I might be wrong here. So I've already violated the first step of assembly, which is read all the instructions before you start assembling. The next step is to put the next bracket on it. Okay. We want to take this assembly. We want to insert it through. What? Is it like this? What's the orientation? Like this? Okay, that is the orientation. Oh, okay, I just had to push it a bit more. That's very interesting. Also interesting that it came attached. Huh. They definitely improved on a lot of the aspects I saw in the other videos. Okay. So now we're going to put the next screws on. It seems these are also M416s. Let's go. So this goes here. Oh no, I heard a crack. What? How did that crack? I barely put any force into it. Oh no, that's interesting. So I just heard a crack, and to me that means that there might be something wrong. But I have no idea what could have gone wrong because I literally like Didn't even put that much force into securing it. Okay, so now I'm going to be completely afraid of ever putting any force onto this at all. I need to readjust it a tiny bit. Okay, so that step is done. We are accordingly halfway through. So the next step is to put the belt on. That's not the belt, this is the belt. Okay. Oh, what? Wait, I'm confused. Why does the diagram have the belt on it if it's... Bro? Yeah, step 8 is where you put the belt on, but on step 6 it has a diagram that tells you, that shows you that there's a belt on it. That's alright. I think that's just, that just catches people who don't preemptively read the instructions. So now I'm going to attach the tensioner. The tensioner has the same idea as this bracket right here. I have to turn this around. Alright, so how do you know how far it's actually supposed to be? Okay, so these steps say that you put the tensioner first and then you put the belt. I'm going to go with the belt first because that's what the YouTube video says. Wait, that's big brain. No way. Hold on. Instead of trying to loop the belt through, you just insert it, then you roll the thing over it. I hope I didn't do anything wrong by doing that. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, and then we loop the belt through. Yay! Okay. So now I can put the end of the belt into the gusket right here. Right into this gusset. Come on. There we go. And then take the other side of the belt, loop it around, and put it here. Okay, so now our belt is secure. Huh. That's very interesting. You loop this around, and then you Okay. Okay, obviously I feel the vibration of it moving. I'm not sure if that's like something I should be worried about, or if it's just, if it should flow like without any resistance or friction. But it feels like it's really smooth. But you guys can hear that. I'm not sure if it's the motor turning or if it's just normal sounds. But we'll see. The next step is to mount this onto the thingy majigger. Okay. And for this step, hold on. This is not straight. Okay, so now we should be good to go. Hopefully. Hey, now it's straight. Let's aim the lead screw in. And wow. Oh wow, that's awesome. Wait, why are we tightening these screws? What do they do? Oh, I see. Okay, so why are we tightening these? Why are we tightening you? So my lead screw can spin. I don't want to do that too much because I'm pretty sure that might break it. Okay. Hi. So finally we take 19 and we're going to put it on top. 19 appears symmetrical on both sides.
except for the counter bore, which should go facing the front. Yes, facing the front. And then you want to take M5 X25.
Okay, and now we put the filament spool holder on top, and it needs M5X8. So this one is pretty standard, same as before. And where does this go? It goes here. This can't be it, right? That was way too easy. Okay. Not a lot of force needs to go into that. It's just a filament holder. Oh, I'm so dumb. The filament holder goes there. Oh yeah, I definitely overdid it. Okay. Okay, so now it's about wire management. Whew! Guys, we finished the build. Now we just need to attach the wires. Alright, so X. Y, Z. Will I disappear? I think dreamy days as I'm very... Wire management isn't that bad. Usually, if something doesn't go a place, it won't fit in there. Okay, let me just check. Z. Z goes in here. So I already hooked the power supply up to the main component. Z goes in here. Okay, that's one in. Now we need to take Y. Is Y already hooked in? Y is already clipped in. Let's go. Then there's another Y. Tell me why. Okay. Oh, okay, they're already plugged in. Okay, power supply cable's plugged in. Now E. I need to plug in E. E. E, okay, I got E. Oh, E goes here. So E goes in the extruder. Make sure that's even. And wait, where does X go? X goes in there. I think dreamy things as I'm waving goodbye. So I'll spread out my wings and fly. And fly. Home is a boxcar. It's so far. I'll do that one last so I can do it under the light. Home is a boxcar. It's so far. I reach hidden under umbrella beach. Will always be here, unseen, out of sight. Will I disappear in high haze? I think dreamy things as I'm waving goodbye. So I'll spread out my wings and fly. I'm in a boxcar. It's so far out of reach, hidden on. Okay, what I just did there was I inserted the ribbon cable back here into the console. It was a very tight fit, very finagly, but after that, it was pretty chill. Now I have to do this last cable, and then the extruder. Where's the extruder go? Home is a boxcar. It's so far out of reach, hidden under umbrella beach. This should be on the outside. I'm so dumb. Nice job. Okay. I mean, beyond that, I did pretty well. Home will always be here, unseen, out of sight. Will I disappear? I think dreamy things, and that is it. 'Cause I'm waving goodbye. So I'll spread out my wings. They also forgot to tell me to put the cap on. Oh, they did put. Oh. I think dreamy things as I'm waving. I'll do that after I readjust it. So I need to take these out because I am a dum-dum. What? What? Okay, so guys, as you heard, I broke the washer. At least I think I broke the washer. I don't think there could be anything else possibly that I broke from doing that. Yes, so as you can see, I put too much pressure on the washer and I ended up breaking it. So that's very interesting. Thankfully, I broke the washer on something that is not as much of a support. It's just something that goes on top. Although I don't know if I'll be able to make up for that. So that is not good. So pro tip 1, don't over tighten. Sometimes you can't even feel it tightening. That's why you have to be really careful. So there we go. Let's put this on. So that is the printer. Let's put it on a level surface. Okay, it's not wobbling. That's a good sign. I need to look up what other tests I have to do in order to make sure it's running smoothly. It looks like the x-axis, I believe this is the x-axis, is running smoothly. I believe the y-axis is running smoothly, but it's a bit wobbly. I wonder how you fix that. Then there's the z-axis. Okay, that's the bed. And then this is the aluminum tray that goes back on it. Okay. Okay. Oh God. What to use the screwdriver for? Okay. I also need to take this too Wait. Wait, what? So this goes over here. So it should be under? Oh my god. Oh, it should go over here? Wait, so it does go in. Oh. Nice job, Aiman. Nice job. Oh, we'll always be here, unseen, out of sight. Will I disappear? And I think dreams as I'm waving goodbye. Okay, so I'm going to put this here. And then we're going to bunch these up together. And we're going to put a zip tie on them. Okay, so I made sure the power supply was 115 volts. I'm going to will I disappear? I think so. Right now it's 115 volts. The thing is at the bottom, indicating that it's 150 volts. And if I turn it on, whew! Think, glob. I forgot to connect this one. I'm an idiot. Okay. There we go. That is not good. Our bed is way too high. That's quite alarming. Okay, so I'm going to set my bed. Okay. Something I found strange was that the video didn't tell me to turn off the temperature before I started. Okay, let's try homing it. Home. Auto home. Hot diggity dog. Hot diggity dog. Okay. Let's try some filament. Okay, I wonder. Do they have any files loaded in here yet? Card inserted. Print from Kia. And according to Google reviews, there is not enough filament in this spool to do the test, which is funny. But the purpose is just to see how well okay. This is weird, they don't even have a spool for it. And you want to make sure that it comes out this side. I don't know what to say since the twist of fate and it all broke down. It's the story of my Okay, so now we cut it at 45 degrees. And then you insert it. Okay. So some came out of the front, which means that we're good to go. let's try printing. Hey. Ay. So that's all for now for my build of my new Ender 3 3D printer. And as someone who's only worked with 3D printers and never actually built one, I can say that the process was fairly simple. It only took 3 to 4 hours, and with the right guides and resources, I was able to get it done fairly quickly and easily. They did make some mistakes along the way, but in the end, I have a pretty cool printer now. And I've had it for about a week now by the time I'm recording and editing this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed. The reason I made this video was so that you could get a glimpse into how the process of a complete newbie to building 3D printers. How would they how would they approach building a 3D printer for the first time? As long as you have the right mechanical knowledge, the right like grit for trying to build something, I believe that anything is possible. Even as something as complex as a 3D printer, anyone can tackle as long as they stay determined and persist through the process. Always make sure that you're looking at the right resources, because for like I said, for something as precise as a 3D printer, you need to make sure everything is good. But for now, I'm Aiman, and thanks for watching. Please like, rate, comment, subscribe, and look at other videos on EyeOnAiman, especially the videos that I will be doing on my new 3D printer. But for now, signing out. Peace.